Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mobby, and today I want to quickly talk about the Video Game Awards for the year 2020. Now, I'm making it sort of tradition. I did it last year, and I think I did it the year before. So, we're going to talk about everything that stood out for me, the winners, the losers, and the big reveals. If you guys did not see the Video Game Awards, you can watch the whole thing. It was around 3 hours long. And 3.5 hours if you count the pre-show, which I did. So I wrote down everything that happened, but I'm not going to talk about everything because it would take forever. I cut out a bunch of stuff. I kept in my notes all of the winners and nominees for the categories, and then a bunch of the interesting parts of it. So right away, 3.5 hours, I almost fell asleep during all of it. It was extremely boring. And I don't know, it was like in the afternoon, so I shouldn't be that sleepy, but it was almost like a chore to get through it. But I did enjoy some things about it. Was it a big fail this year? I mean, consider they did what they could do, you know, with the climate of 2020, the situation, the environment, but oh man, it was really tough to get through. But luckily for me personally, I was only able to get through it because I was watching someone else restream it while I was taking notes and eating food and stuff. So I was watching Avoiding the Puddle Era. So you guys really need to watch him. He's my favorite Twitch streamer. Top tier Tanya. Okay, so the Video Games pre-show was half an hour. It was 3:30 p.m. The show started at 4 and ended around 7, right? So I got a couple of things here. There was first of all, the best score and music winner, and the winner was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I guessed wrong. I thought it was Hades. Now, is this a great choice? Yeah, I think Final Fantasy VII, it absolutely was my second choice, but I thought Final Fantasy would win other rewards, so I gave this one to Hades, because Hades' music and sound design is amazing. If you guys have not played it, it's one of the best indies from freaking Supergiant. You know, those guys are awesome. Next up, they did the Action Adventure winner, and this was The Last of Us Part 2. What is like, okay, this is the start of a sweep. The start of a sweep. I was wrong. I originally voted Ghost of Tsushima. I definitely thought that was gonna win. Now, most of these, pretty much every single game that was nominated, I played except for like The Last of Us Part 2. But I know that, you know, in how 2020 is, SJW, people are being way more sensitive. They're being more woke. I knew that Last of Us was gonna get a huge reaction in a lot of people, and then, you know, the legacy of that franchise and just how much work was put into it, the advertising, the drama, the controversy, everything going on. I knew that it was going to win a lot. So I was like, you know, but this one, I was like, Ghost or Doom should have definitely won that one, but it's okay. Now for the best family winner, I got this one right. Animal Crossing is pretty good. The other ones that were nominated were like freaking Fall Guys. Fall Guys, they dropped the ball on Fall Guys, I'll tell you that. Next for the best debut game, it was Phasmophobia. I got this one right on my predictions. A lot of people like it. I think it's slowly dying off, but a lot of people really do like that game. I don't think it has a long-lasting appeal, you know, like Dead by Daylight. But this one, yeah, it's cool for a while. Then they showed they did show a lot of tiny indie games and such, but one thing that they really liked was the Century of Ashes premiere. This is sort of I'll be showing gameplay here. Dragon riding, Panzer Dragoon-like on rails with PvP and PvE. It looked really cool. Now for the main Video Game Awards, I have a good amount of notes here, but trust me, there was like triple the stuff I could have had on here. So they started off probably with one of the best things. Like this was literally the most excited I got. I got goosebumps when they started the show with a Smash announcement. If you guys haven't seen it yet, big spoilers. It's Sephiroth, and he's coming out this month as a new Smash character. Kind of makes sense because Cloud is here. So hey, wouldn't be hard to just get another character from there. They already have the licensing. So there you go. I really was expecting someone from another series to mind blow us, but Sephiroth is pretty mind blowing still, especially for a lot of Final Fantasy fans. And then they moved on to more awards. The best performance winner was Laura Bailey as Abby. Once again, I did not play the game, but I did guess Ellie, which I was wrong. It was one of those two. And in this category, it was one of those two in The Last of Us, and then we had other people. So yeah, I you know, Last of Us is predictably gonna get a lot here. All right, and then another huge big thing for me. I don't know how much people are excited for this one, but I loved it. It was the cinematic trailer for a new Perfect Dark into the series. I love Perfect Dark 64. It was one of my most favorite 64 multiplayer games. I know a lot of people loved, GoldenEye. That was their go-to, but Perfect Dark just had way more for me in terms of multiplayer and all that stuff. So I love Perfect Dark. Too bad the Xbox one was a little garbo, but yeah, it's awesome. You guys need to play the original Perfect Dark. It's so good. Okay, and then another huge one, Back 4 Blood world premiere. They had a cinematic trailer. They had gameplay. It's coming out in June 21, and then next week I think they said they were going to have some sort of beta you can sign up for. Now, I guess you can technically call this a Left 4 Dead spin-off because it's not using the Left 4 Dead franchise name. I really thought it was going to be Left 4 Dead 3. But no, Back 4 Blood, and it's weird how they're doing this. I could have, misunderstood, and this might literally have nothing to do with Left 4 Dead, and that's why it's called Back 4 Blood. But if it's like in the same universe or something, it would have been really smart for them to keep using the name. But yeah, Back 4 Blood. Why didn't they just use Left 4 Dead 3? I think, people are really dropping numbers and stuff. Even on, like, Let's Plays and movies, they're just dropping it. It's like, not Alien, it's Aliens, Alien 2, Alien 3, Aliens, Armageddon, or whatever. I missed the numbered series. I try to keep it as much as possible. The next up, oh man, this one made me eye roll. Best ongoing game winner was, I guessed, Fortnite, because they've been killing it. Even if you don't like it, you gotta give them props. They're going crazy. Updates left and right. Updates every day, every week. No Man's Sky. Wow, really? We're going to, okay, sure. If you're a huge No Man's Sky fan, then good for you. But for those people who remember the launch of this game, where all the media and press and all the touring of interviews, the guy was, what's the name? Michael Murray? I don't remember his name. He was just saying, oh yeah, this is going to have this out launch, this is going to blah, blah, blah. And then all the lies, all the trailers, all the planned features, nothing is there at launch. Nothing was there the first year. They went dark, and then they finally came back with more updates, and they're still going. Good for them. But I don't really want to praise a company that has, essentially lied to a lot of people. No. You either say, hey, this is going to be early access, and more stuff's going to come out. If it initially came out like that, sure, I would agree. But no. They came out, and it was a huge lie, huge joke, huge clown. I'm never going to play that game again. Just because I don't want to promote that practice. No lies. Just say it's an early access. All right? All right, next up, this one's really interesting. I kept this one in the notes because it was a cinematic trailer, but it was also extremely interesting. So this game is called the Callisto Protocol. It's a sci-fi setting, comes out in 2022. I think it's one of the only games that had like a really long release date, 2022. And we don't know what kind of game it is, but it looked awesome. It could be like another Dead Space type of deal. Next up, the best art direction. Awesome. Ghost of Tsushima. I got it right. That game is highly atmospheric. It's so good. They hide the UI a lot. They blend in, pushing the player where to go by using the wind and other stuff in the environment. It's really awesome. So glad they won that. Next up is Action Winner. I voted for Hades. The winner was... Oh, no. The winner was Hades. Good on them. Hell yes. I love Hades. I beat that game. I played freaking dozens of hours. I love it a lot. I guess Doom Eternal, just because, Doom is a huge game, huge franchise, and I thought it was going to win it, but I'm glad Hades won. Pretty awesome. Next is a VR and AR winner, and, of course, there's a lot of virtual reality games out. Too bad Boneworks didn't come out this year. It would have had a good shot at this, but of course it was going to be Half-Life Alyx, the Half-Life franchise. I mean, it's a pretty good contender for probably the best VR game out as of right now. In terms of overall storytelling and just, the mechanics and all that stuff. Next is a best sports/racing game. I love how they have it in one. I wouldn't mind if they did a sports game and then a racing game next to it, but it's okay, whatever. The winner was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, a remake. And I was right on that guess. It beat out freaking NBA and all that stuff, and I really don't want to get on a rant about, the yearly releases of those games, but I'm glad Tony Hawk won, even though it is a remake. It's well-deserved. More effort was put into that than the last 20 years of NBA releases. Okay, now for the most anticipated game winner, Elden Ring. A lot of people were hoping to see a trailer or some sort of inkling of more development of this game, but unfortunately did not happen during this year's The Game Awards. Then they showed a cinematic trailer, and this one surprised me as well. It is a Dragon Age, and there's no number attached to it. There was no little tag next to it, so I don't know if it's going to be a reboot or a remake. The last one I played was Dragon Age Inquisition. I like that one a lot, so hopefully they can keep going on that. I think that's BioWare, right? Next up, probably one of the best reveals and the most substance in terms of story and gameplay. And this was probably like the biggest one. Crimson Desert, I believe this is the South Korean company who worked on the MMO Black Desert. I don't know if this one is going to be a single player game or if it's going to have multiplayer MMO elements, but this is an open world action adventure. It's coming out winter 2021. The gameplay was amazing, and just look at what I'm showing you right now. Trust me, you have to see the whole thing for yourself. It is awesome. I can't wait. That looks like something I would definitely 100% play. It's right up my alley. And then we have the best narrative winner, and it was The Last of Us Part 2. I predicted that correctly. Then they had a very, very, very short Mario 35th anniversary orchestra. They played music from the Super Mario franchise all across Super Mario 64, Galaxy, and the original. It was really short, and I'm surprised how short it was, but I guess they had to shorten it to make room for more gameplay trailers and more ads. Yep. Okay, and then, wow, okay, these, wait. We had a Games for Impact winner. Pretty much this award is all about, pushing the boundaries and showing messages and, SJW stuff. And the winner was Tell Me Why. I never got to play that one. I was right on the prediction. And next they showed a very weird and a kind of exciting news for an upcoming game called Ark II. No gameplay. It was a pretty long cinematic trailer with Vin Diesel mocapped in. It was weird, dude. I had no idea it was Ark II until, the big reveal at the end. It was so awesome. And then right after that, they showed a nice little cartoon sequence of some girl on a plesiosaurus. I don't know, is that the name of the one? I played a lot of Ark, but I don't remember the names of that one the first dinosaur you get, freaking the one that eats grass. And she was being chased by another one on a knight, I think a raptor or something. It was awesome. And that is Ark The Animated Series. Wow, what the hell? And, I was like, okay, cool. The animation looks great. Kind of reminds me of like Avatar, the art style. And I was like, okay, this could be cool. But then I saw the names attached to it. And I was like, oh, wow, this could be a big project. So it was Gerard Butler, David Tennant, Elliot Page. He's going to do great. And a bunch of other ones. Go look at the list. It's great. Next up, they showed Fall Guys Season 3. Ooh, wow. A lot of people are like, there was a Season 3. Tell you now. Fall Guys, they dropped the ball. They really, really, really did. They took way too long to fix things. And they took even longer to bring things out. People, in today's climate, you either have to put content out soon or it's going to get dropped for new stuff. It got dropped right away. People are playing Phasmophobia. They're playing Among Us. And they're going to move on to the next thing. Sure, Season 2 brought like 1 or 2 new stages, and then they added a big Yeetus, and that was it. You call that a Season 2? What the hell? And then a Season 3, they should have more cool snow stuff, and they had an awesome cinematic trailer, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the game disappears after this, but it would be nice for it to regrow, because I did like playing it, but honestly, I played it for the week, because after that, after like 10 runs, you've pretty much seen everything, and there's not really much else to do there. Damn you, Fall Guys. I just disappointing. Okay. Next up, Tom Holland showed up, and then he introduced Nolan North because they both were doing the Uncharted series stuff. And then they showed off the best multiplayer game winner, and it was Among Us. Now, I was right in the prediction, but didn't this game launch a long time ago? And this is supposed to be the 2020 awards, unless it relaunched somewhere. But that's really weird if it didn't actually come out in 2020, right? But, okay. Oh, and they showed Evil Dead the game. Wow, that is pretty awesome. That comes out 2021. It looks to be a co-op PvE type of game. It looks great. I love it. It's awesome. And then another huge surprise. I'm pretty sure not too many people were excited, but for me, a retro lover, I love it. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, plus the Sega arcade pack sort of thing. The graphics are great. I can't wait for that. That's going to be cool. And then we have a bunch of nominees and winners. Here we go. The indie winner. Of course, it was going to be Hades. I predicted right. If it wasn't Hades, I mean, come on. What else could it have been, right? Best audio design winner. The Last of Us Part 2. Unfortunately, I predicted correct. The best role-playing game, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I guessed that one correctly. Well-deserved game. Best sim and strategy. Even though I did not personally play this one, I voted for Microsoft Flight Sim, and they got it right. They got it, and they're coming out with some updates soon, I think with some VR, so I might jump into that. And here is Player's Choice. This one was voted online, and it was Ghost of Tsushima. Well deserved. Wow, was it The Last of Us? Why not? And then we had the best fighting game winner. It was Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. I predicted that one correct. Then they showed a trailer and a lot of gameplay of something that is super interesting. I think it's going to be a well-received game, but I don't know if I'm going to personally play it because it's one of those games that requires multiplayer. I'm pretty sure it requires multiplayer. It's called It Takes Two. It's going to come out March 21, and it looks great. The story looks, you know, touching, and of course the gameplay looks great, and the graphics. It looks like a good idea. Next up is Innovation in Accessibility. Winner was The Last of Us Part 2. I was right in predicting it. Now, the Innovation Award is supposed to show, like, oh, you know, games that make it so it's easier for people with difficulty playing, such as text-to-speech, maybe colorblind mode, or, you know, stuff that takes away fear and stuff. It was weird. It's a weird one, but I'm glad it's there, you know. That thing does deserve some sort of attention. I'm glad it has. Monster Hunter Rise, another gameplay trailer showed out. I can't wait for this game. I really can't. The demo comes out in January. I'll be playing that, of course, making a little video on it. It comes out March 26, 2021. Can't wait. Can't wait for that one. And then they showed a new game called Evil West. Comes out 2021. This is only a cinematic trailer, however. And then another gameplay cinematic trailer for Scarlet Nexus. We've been hearing this one forever. Comes out summer 21. It's like an action game. Bandai Namco. I'm sure it'll be pretty good. And then they, I wasn't excited about this, but I know a lot of people were. Among Us, the new trailer for a new map. I forgot the name of the map, but there you go. Next up, Content Creator of the Year. I voted Tim the Tatman. And I was wrong. It was Valkyrie. I never heard of... the content creators is so weird. It's funny that they brought Jacksepticeye to be like, hey, this is who it is. Whatever. Okay. This one was I don't know how to feel about this one, but Fortnite came out and they had more announcements. They've been recently doing a ton of stuff with Marvel, but now, hey, check it out. Master Chief Halo from Halo is now in the game, and they had an awesome little red v blue sort of machinima thing there, and I recognized Jeff from Rooster Teeth's voice there, so that was pleasantly surprising. But then they were talking to Ninja, and then I totally tuned out. But that's great. And then they had a little plus extra DLC where it was a little add-on where it was Michonne and Daryl from The Walking Dead are now playable as well. Cool. I love The Walking Dead, one of my favorite franchises of all time. But wow, people still like it, huh? Let's see, Keanu Reeves. He he zoomed in, and he gave the best game direction winner announcement, and it was The Last of Us Part 2. I was wrong. I voted Final Fantasy VII. Next up, it was the final original game reveal world premiere. It was Mass Effect. Now, it just said Mass Effect will continue. We don't know if it's a reboot, if it's going to be Mass Effect 4, if it's going to be Andromeda 2, who knows. Cinematic trailer only. No dates, no nothing. And then finally, the Game of the Year winner. I predicted correct. The Last of Us Part 2. Now, like I said, I didn't play it, but there's no way you did not hear any of the spoilers. You did not hear how much people loved it, how much they hated it, how much we were divided on it, the pros, the cons, the everything. I guess. I mean, the player's choice was Ghost of Tsushima. But then again, if you give the internet player's choice, they can always mess it up, and they can always vote in like whatever they want. So this was, I think, I don't know how like the votes are actually counted or anything, but it's probably the insiders and like you know, news outlets they trust, and the game developers themselves and shareholders probably vote and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, sure. If it wasn't Last of Us 2, it probably wouldn't go Tsushima this year. But cool, Last of Us Part 2, fine, take it. Alright, so overall, the Game Awards was very boring. It was very boring. It was very predictable with who was going to win for the most part. Just like a couple of new cool announcements, but I think a lot of the like super crazy Nintendo announcements, besides, you know, the Sephiroth thing, a lot of the Nintendo announcements, the Sony announcements, the Xbox, I think they're saving it for their own little, you know, online direct things. But yeah, this one was okay. And well, one thing I have to say was the first half of the game, like what happened was the Game Awards started very high up here with Sephiroth, and then it just slowly went down the whole time, and then it really tanked the last 30 minutes because there was nothing but you know, announcement, and then, you know, a couple of minutes of ads, announcement, couple of minutes of ads, announcement, couple of minutes of ads. It's like they lure you in, and then when you're too tired of changing, you're too invested, you got to see the game of the year, they throw in all these ads. And I understand they have to do it because it's mostly, you know, it's produced by a couple of people, and they are funded by all these people. But my God, they couldn't, like, do something to make it more engaging. It was just like, oh my God. I almost wanted to turn off and fall asleep. But luckily, I was sitting there with a restream, having fun, laughing, making fun of it. But, oh my God, the Game Awards, I think this is the worst one. That's too harsh. Not the worst one. I remember before they had some really bad ones, but this one just did not do it for me. But you know, it was nice to see. It was nice to see some stuff. So, wow, that was a long recap. Go check it out if you guys want. The whole thing is 3 hours plus the pre-show. If you want to watch it, that's another half hour. You can watch it on their Twitch channel VODs. You can watch it on YouTube, all that stuff. Go check it out. The Game Awards. It was interesting. I really wish they had more epic stuff, but you know, like I said, the climate 2020. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Good. Congratulations, Last of Us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.